In this video, we will learn how to grow bell peppers or capsicums from seed in containers. Bell pepper or capsicum is easy to grow even for beginners. You can grow them in your terrace garden or kitchen garden. All you need is a sunny spot and adequate watering. Subscribe and press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update from urban gardening. Always use high quality seeds to get good results. These are imported seeds by Syngenta company. Take a small pot and fill it with the seed starting mix, or make your own mix by mixing 60% Cocopeat and 40% Vermicompost or leaf mold. Firm lightly and water well before sowing seeds. Now place the seeds on the soil surface. Keep the seeds 1 to 2 inch apart for healthy growth. Capsicum germinates well when the temperature ranges between 16 to 34 degrees Celsius. Capsicum seeds will need to be lightly covered with soil. Cover lightly and gently press with your hand to get good seed to soil contact. Press the soil mix with your hand to ensure good seed to soil contact for good germination. Sprinkle some water on the top, just enough to keep the soil damp. For the first 12 to 15 days, do not allow the soil to dry out, but do not drench the soil either. Keep the pot in full sun and make sure the soil should always be moist while the seeds are germinating. Expect germination in 7 to 9 days. Soil should be moist but not wet, so check soil moisture daily to ensure seeds have the right condition to germinate for a strong healthy growth. At this stage, the seedlings should be transplanted into larger containers. Now carefully take out the seedlings with the help of a small trowel. Work the soil around the root ball and seedling will come out easily without any damage. The containers for growing medium to large size capsicum should be 15 to 18 inches deep and wide. 2 plants can be grown comfortably in one container. Make sure to make 3 to 4 drainage holes at the bottom. They allow excess water to drain out, thus helping to prevent the potting media becoming soggy and causing root rot. Capsicum plants require light soil with good aeration. For that, use a simple mix consist of 50% garden soil, 30% cattle manure and 20% river sand. Dig holes roughly 3 to 4 inches wide and deep. Plant the seedlings in the holes and refill them loosely. If you want to achieve large harvest, grow in large containers to allow your capsicum plants to mature to their maximum size. Seedlings should be planted about 6 to 8 inches apart to have room to grow without overtaking one another. An important transplant shock preventer is to make sure that your plant receives plenty of water after you move it. This is a good way to avoid transplant shock and will help the plant settle into its new location. The temperature to grow capsicum plants should be moderate, neither too hot nor too cold. So pick a sunny spot with partial shade. After seedlings are transplanted into larger containers, they will begin to mature in size. This can take anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks or longer depending on growing conditions. Weeds compete with your capsicum plants for sunlight and nutrients in the soil. Remove weeds at the root to ensure they don't grow back. Capsicum plants use nutrients from the soil as they grow, so replenishing the nutrients with organic fertilizer ensure that your plants grow to their full potential. Give them a boost of organic fertilizer after every 15 to 18 days. Add 2 to 3 handfuls per plant, mix well in the soil and add water immediately after adding fertilizer in the soil. Peppers will grow more efficiently if they can feed off the organic matter. Some pepper plants don't even need a separate fertilizer if a little compost is added to the soil at intervals. Growing bell peppers require regular watering to keep the soil slightly moist. Growing medium should never dry out completely. The best way is to water at the foot or around the base of the plants. Leaf curl disease of capsicum or chili is caused by chili leaf curl virus, which is transmitted by whiteflies and thrips. To control leaf curl disease organically, boil neem leaves and ginger in 1 liter water for 12 to 15 minutes. And once the mix gets cooled down, add 2 tablespoons turmeric powder, mix well and let it rest for another 10 minutes. Pour the solution through a strainer to strain it. To use it, add 100 ml of this mix in 500 ml water. Mix well and spray on the affected plants. Starting from the top of your target plant, begin spraying the mix over all parts of the plant. Make sure to also spray the underside of leaves where pests can hide and lay eggs. Be sure never to spray it on your plants during the sunny, hot part of the day, or it will definitely cause foliar damage. Spray in the evening when bees and other pollinators are not active. After 2 to 3 sprays, you will notice that new leaves which are forming are normal and are free from leaf curl disease. As the plants continue to grow and mature, they will begin to form flowers along the stems. This is the beginning of the reproductive stage of growth. Bell pepper or capsicum plants are self-fertile, meaning that each flower is capable of self-pollinating. This makes growing them easy even if you have just one plant. Shortly after a flower forms, it should begin forming a little bell pepper. Not all flowers will form a pepper, and that is completely normal. At the time of fruiting, plants need more irrigation. By giving them water regularly, fruits grow well and bursting problem also decreases. With enough sunlight, water and nutrients, bell pepper grow quickly. Once they begin to form, you should notice growth every day or two until the fruits reach their mature size. All capsicums are green to start with before developing their full color, that is red, yellow, orange or purple. Bell peppers or capsicum can be harvested while they are still green as long as they are fully grown in size. Fully ripened bell peppers change color and tend to have a sweeter flavor and a slightly softer texture. The best temperature for capsicum cultivation is 18 to 28 degrees Celsius. Higher temperature conditions will result in flower, bud, fruit drop and end up with lower production than expected. Well-watered, well-nourished capsicum plants will have a better chance of keeping all the unwanted pests and diseases at bay. Make sure you have a good spot to plant your capsicum. It's a sun-loving plant and prefers a sunny spot to grow. Almost all bell peppers start off green and eventually ripen to the desired color in about 8 to 12 days, though some types can take as long as a month for the right color to develop. Bell peppers can be eaten at any stage during the ripening process. They will become sweeter in taste if they are left on the plant for a longer period. Bell peppers or capsicum are typically large enough to be picked around 12 to 15 days after the fruits first begin to form. This time frame can vary depending on the weather, however, so it is best to check your peppers frequently. A longer growing season, more sunlight, more fertile soil and regular harvesting can all contribute to higher production. Green capsicum can be harvested at 60 to 65 days after transplanting, yellow capsicum at 75 to 85 days, whereas red capsicum at 90 to 95 days. When harvesting capsicum, care must be taken not to injure the plants as the stems are brittle and will snap off very easily. A sharp scissor or knife could help in removing fruits safely. While your results can vary significantly based on growing conditions, most bell pepper plants can produce 8 to 12 peppers per plant. Early morning hours are best suited for capsicum harvest. Fruit can be harvested once in 3 to 5 days. Red bell peppers not only taste sweeter, but they are more nutritious. Ripe bell peppers contain more vitamin C and beta carotene than green ones. Red peppers take longer to ripen, which is why they are more expensive in the store. Cut the stem with a scissor or knife and leave a small stalk on the fruit. Pick regularly to encourage more fruiting. Bell pepper taste is different depending on color. Green bell peppers are bitter compared to the sweet red, yellow and orange peppers. Red peppers also have more nutrients than green peppers. After harvest, fruit should be kept in cool place and avoid direct exposure to sunlight.